Can I fulfill my own Kickstarter and ship out 1,700 packages straight from my house? Let's find out. A little over a year ago, I ran a Kickstarter campaign to see if I could make a hardcover book and a box set for my collection of system-neutral fantasy tabletop role-playing game adventures called Dragontown and the Darkness Below. The campaign was a success with over 1,600 backers, and I had to figure out how in the world I was going to ship a bunch of books and boxes from my house. Maybe I could have worked with a fulfillment company, but I'm a little crazy and wanted to see if I could figure it out myself. So I spent some time finishing up all the details on the project, like tweaking the cover, illustrating the stretch goals, looking over print proofs, setting up backer kit, and tons of other tasks, big and small. And then as the production wrapped up, there was the whole tariff scare that happened. I made a whole video about that. It was super stressful, but kind of worked out okay in the end. In the meantime, I ordered all of the Kickstarter add-on zines. The zines, all of the add-ons right here. Those were all printed here in the US and got delivered super quick. I spent some time setting up our dining room with some shelves to hold all of the extra inventory, and then I just waited. It feels crazy to pay for such a huge print run. I mean, huge for me. And then the printer just says, okay, everything's on a boat headed your way, but there aren't any like tracking numbers or updates. You just cross your fingers and wait. And then after a few months of sailing across the Pacific Ocean, I got word that the shipment had cleared customs, and then spent another week going from truck to truck, and then suddenly 12 pallets of Dragontown arrive at my house. Luckily, the weather was nice and the truck driver was super cool and helped unload everything right into my garage. I had already done a bunch of measuring and cleaning to make sure 10 pallets would fit into the garage in between my mini ramp. And then the other 2 pallets we just unwrapped really quick and brought everything straight into the house. And honestly, this part was awesome. I feel really lucky that all the shipping and stuff went smoothly. Some of the boxes got a little squished in transit, but that's how things go. And really, I was just happy that everything made it here and it all turned out so awesome. You know, so much work went into making this book and special edition box set, and to finally see it become real and see all of it in one place felt really, really rewarding. Really, really rewarding. It just feels really rewarding. I'm getting emotional thinking back on it. It's an awesome, awesome experience. $1,500 of these all in our garage. It's cool. 2,000 of these. Fuck yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But now it was time to get organized and try and tackle this crazy fulfillment. So I set up our dining room, which, I mean, most people would use this room as a dining room, but really it's our Dungeons and Dragons room. And I got it all set up with shelves for the add-ons, and one wall was open so I could bring in the boxes of books and box sets, and then the other wall had all the shipping boxes and packing materials. Oh yeah, I had been saving every bit of packing paper I could get my hands on to recycle for all of these orders, and that ended up being a huge help. And you know, actually just ordering boxes and tape and all the shipping materials felt insane too, like paying a few $1,000s on cardboard boxes. Like, what? But that's just part of this whole process, right? Once I had all that set up, all the boxes could start coming into the dining room and it was transformed into the Dragontown shipping center. So time to get packing. Well, okay, the next step I don't really have any footage of because it's all back-end stuff. It's like collecting everyone's addresses through BackerKit and charging for shipping and connecting ShipStation and organizing everything into package groups. That was a huge part of the setup that took way more time than I imagined. You know, having all of the zine add-ons and even the free patch for backing in the first 48 hours really complicated the whole shipping enterprise. Of course, there was a bunch of international shipping things to figure out and customer service and just lots of little moving parts that I didn't necessarily realize were going to be such an important part of shipping out this many packages all at once. But once the machine is up and running, things go smoothly, right? Well, okay, here's how the whole thing worked. I would print out shipping labels for like big groups of orders, and then I bring those downstairs into the shipping center, grab the right shipping boxes, and stack up whatever that group had. So if it's a box set or the hardcover, throw a box set in the box, grab whatever add-ons the backer got from the shelves, throw them into the box as well. And I got these postcards made that point people to all the other stuff I'm making, but they also work as protection in case someone opens a box super aggressively. I throw one of those in, add some of that recycled packing materials to keep stuff from shaking around, tape up the box, slap on the label, and then add the box to the pile. Then I just repeat that process for all of eternity. It felt like, I'm kidding. You know, I made the decision to tackle this shipping myself to see if it was possible. I wanted to learn about the entire process of making this hardcover book and box set from start to finish. And this was a huge part of it, even though it was like the end was in sight and I just wanted to finish and get these into everybody's hands as quickly as possible. It was a lot, you know, having little problems pop up was part of it and taught me how I'm going to do things differently, do things better next time. And honestly, it was super fun to pack up all of these boxes. It was just so cool to get to see each and every person's name as the stacks of boxes piled up and got picked up by USPS. Did you know that you can just leave a couple hundred packages on your front porch and schedule a pickup, and the post office will bring a truck to your house and grab 600 pounds of packages, throw them in the back of their truck, and then magically deliver them to all of your new friends all over the world? It's pretty sweet. And I should also say that I got a ton of help from my friend Kristen. So between the two of us, we packed up so many boxes, and in the end, it took us like 2 months to get everything out the door, but we did it. All right, this is it. The last order, number 1781, John Grisham of Arizona got a box set and Asterlin Odyssey zines. This is it. I need a box. I almost can't believe it. No labels left. Postcard. You know what? Since this is the last one, John's gonna get some extra zines. Some magic items and making maps. John, I'm even going to write a little note. One more piece of protection. The last piece of tape. And the label. We're done. shipping complete. Not really, kind of.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, now let's have some real talk here for a minute. How do I really feel about fulfilling a Kickstarter like this? Well, first off, it feels really good to be done with the fulfillment of this Kickstarter. There's still a little bit of work left for me to do on the Shadow Dark stretch goal, and there's something like 55 people that still haven't given me their addresses. Fill out your backer kit, people. But for the most part, Dragontown Kickstarter campaign is done. Also, if you missed the Kickstarter, the book and box set are both available in my online shop, ready to be mailed out. Check out Dragontown, I'm super proud of it. Now, do I want to do another crowdfunding campaign? Yes, for sure. The next one is going to be really awesome. Do I want to ship all of the orders myself? I'm not so sure. I definitely think I hit my limit on the number of packages and how complicated the process was. I kind of like reached the limit. So if the next Kickstarter is any more successful, I definitely won't be able to handle it. You know, for this one, it was really awesome being able to touch every package that went out the door. It felt like I got to pack up the books and box sets and come as close as possible to handing them directly to the people that helped me make all of this real, and that felt really, really special and cool. But at the same time, I wish I could have shipped everything out much quicker, and you know, I wanted people to get this stuff in their hands as quickly as possible. And you know, having my hand in every part of this process did mean that other work kind of slipped through the cracks here and there, and that didn't feel super good. But now that I'm on the other side of all of this fulfillment stuff, I feel like I learned so much from this experience, and that feels like a real victory. Really, I just want to encourage everyone that's interested in publishing their own stuff, whether it's TTRPGs or comics or music, whatever. You can totally figure this stuff out and make it happen. And you know, part of it is making mistakes and figuring out how to fix them and do things more efficiently, but it's also really fun and really, really rewarding to figure it out and do it yourself. I hope this behind the scenes look at crowdfunding fulfillment was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!